Sweet children, you Brahmins are the mouth-born creation of Brahma. It's only you who received the third eye of this knowledge from the Father. You are now in God's lap. Question. What is the basis of the establishment of the undivided kingdom? Undivided kingdom means there are no boundaries, borders, I versus you. It's all one family, one kingdom, one language, everything is one. What is the basis of the establishment of the undivided kingdom where there is no other religion? Only one religion in Golden Age and Silver Age. Answer: the power of yoga. That's how the Golden Age is being created. The physical manifestation is academic. It will happen because human beings will make it. But creating the human beings who have to make it is the hard work. What is the basis of the establishment? He says, power of yoga. The undivided kingdom can never be established with physical power, not with armies, not with bombs. In fact, Christians have so much power that if they were to come together, they could rule the whole world. However, that is not the law. So Christians are divided between Catholic and Protestant, between Orthodox and Catholic. So that is why they don't rule the world. However, that is not the law. To establish the one kingdom in the world is the task of only the one Father alone. So leave your throne in the sky and come down to earth. That's what they say in the path of devotion. Om Shanti. The meaning of Om Shanti has been explained to you, children, many times. Om means, who am I? Or Om means, who I am. It means, I am a soul, and this body is my organ. I, the soul, am a resident of the supreme region. The people of Bharat call out, O resident of the faraway land, come, because there is a lot of defamation of religion and sorrow in Bharat. Okay, so this is known in all the scriptures that have a God in their religion. God comes at the time of defamation, of religion, of truth, of purity. Even the Christians have a big description in Revelations when God will come. Come once again and give the message of the Gita. It's only in the Gita that they ask God to come. Shiv Baba, come, because he is the father of all. They say that there's once again the shadow of Maya, Ravan, over the residents of Bharat. And this is why everyone is unhappy and impure. They call out, change your form and come here. That is, come here in a human form. Baba says, I do come in a human form. My coming is divine and unique. I do not enter a womb. Baba doesn't have to be born physically to come. I enter an ordinary old body. You children know that I change my incorporeal form and I come every cycle. It's like it's a big event. It's the once a cycle it happens. And yet we tell people and nobody believes us. Only the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul is the ocean of knowledge. Sri Krishna can never be called this, the Father says. I have entered this ordinary body and am once again teaching you easy Raj Yoga. I have to come when the world has become impure. I come to change this iron age into that golden age. There is the picture of Brahma, Vishnu, and Shankar, the Trimurti. There is establishment through Brahma, destruction through Shankar, and then sustenance through Vishnu. Lakshmi Narayan are the two forms of Vishnu. You children know that Baba has once again changed his form and come here. He is our Supreme Father, Supreme Teacher, and also our Supreme Guru. Other gurus cannot be called supreme. This one is all three. He is Father, Teacher, and Guru. Physical parents sustain their children and also send them to school. It is rare for a child's father to be his teacher too. No one else can say that his father is three in one. All souls call out to me. They speak of God the Father, and so he is the Father of souls. This song belongs to the path of devotion. Maya doesn't exist in the golden age that you would ever have to call out. There you have nothing but 24 hours a day. It's everyone is happy. Very good. You know that each cycle is 5,000 years. For half the cycle, it is the golden and silver ages, the day, and for half the cycle, it is the copper and iron ages, the night. You Brahmins are the most born creation of Brahma. The day and night of Brahma, that is, of you Brahmins, is remembered. You children have this knowledge of the day and night, and Lakshmi and Narayan do not have this knowledge. You are now at the confluence stage. You know that the path of devotion is now coming to an end, and the day is about to dawn. So it's coming to an end because everything in the world, everything impure in the world, including religions, have to be destroyed before the end.
Baba says that he changes his form to come here. But my understanding is that he doesn't change his form, he just adopts a body. Can you help me understand?
His form is incorporeal. Nobody's form is incorporeal. It changes, right? But he does adopt a bodily being in order to share knowledge with you. So for God, he's entered a body. So he's entered a physical form.
That's changing.
It's not his form.
Hmm.
You've received this knowledge from the Father. No one in the Iron Age or Golden Age has this knowledge. This is why the day of Brahma and the night of Brahma are remembered in Hinduism. You're now making effort to claim the Sun and Moon dynasty kingdoms. Then, after half the cycle, you lose your kingdom. No one apart from you Brahmins has this knowledge. When you've become deities, this knowledge will not remain. It is now the night. The night of Shiva is remembered. They also speak of the night of Sri Krishna, but they don't understand the meaning of that. The birthday of Shiva means that there is the reincarnation of Shiva. So this is why you have to learn a little bit about Hinduism and deity culture, not Indian culture, because you'll learn about Indian culture fast enough as soon as Bharat starts degrading, and you'll be born there, so you'll just know it. But if you learn the correct version of Indian culture and the correct version, the pure version of what preceded the Hindu religion, which is the deity religion, then you'll have an accurate understanding of Hinduism until, of course, you degrade and become body conscious and forget. And then you're going to do your best to try to remind yourself of all these teachings, and you'll celebrate all these festivals that you won't understand the true meaning of. So that's why there's blind faith. Oh, who created blind faith? The ones who became blind. Well, who's that? The deities. Who's that? Us. The birthday of Shiva means that there is the reincarnation of Shiva. But he only incarnates once.
Every cycle.
Every cycle. The day of such a father should be celebrated for a minimum of 1 month. Should be 1 month holidays, month of Shivratri. They don't even have a holiday of the one, capital O, who makes the whole world pure from impure. They don't even celebrate that holiday. They don't even have a holiday. He says, the Father says, I am the liberator of everyone. I become everyone's guide and take them back home. You are now making effort to learn Raj Yoga. The Father is giving each of you a third eye of this knowledge. No one knows what the form of the soul is. The Father says, you souls are neither, which you can understand why Brahmins were confused when he said this, thumb-shaped, nor are you infinite light. You are stars, just like points. I, this soul, am also a point. However, I do not take rebirth. My praise is different because I am the supreme. I don't enter the cycle of birth and death. So he's explaining everything, his attributes, what he does, what he doesn't do. to rectify the clarification, or to rectify the confusion that we had in our minds because of religion. You souls enter bodies and you take 84 births. I entered this body. I have taken it on loan. The Father explains you too are souls, but you don't realize that you are souls. That's the problem. It is the soul who remembers the Father. Souls always remember him when they are
In sorrow.
unhappy. O God, O merciful Baba, have mercy. You ask for mercy because the Father is the one who is full of knowledge, blissful, and full of purity. That's the one you would ask mercy from. He is full of knowledge. He is the ocean of knowledge. This praise cannot be given to any human being. It is only the Father's task to give bliss to the whole world. He is the creator, and all the rest are the creation. A creator creates a creation. He first adopts a wife and then creates a creation with her, then also sustains that creation. He doesn't destroy the creation. This unlimited Father comes and inspires establishment, sustenance, and destruction. He inspires the sustenance of the original eternal deity religion. The kingdom is instantly established at the beginning of the Golden Age. Those of other religions just establish their own religions, kind of like Bhakti. Then when that religion has grown hundreds of thousands or even millions, their kingdom comes into existence. You are now establishing your kingdom. You become the masters of the whole world with the power of yoga. No one can rule the world with physical power. Bubba's explained that Christians have so much power that if they were to come together, they could rule the whole world. However, it is not the law, it's not in the drama, it's not the law for anyone to be able to claim the kingdom of the world with physical power, i.e. through violence. It is not the law in the drama for those with physical power to become the masters of the world. Spiritual power, not physical power. The Father explains, only through the power of yoga can the kingdom of the world be received from me. So if you don't want to give up violence, you can't come into that kingdom. Violence means vices, lust, anger, greed, attachment, ego. You don't want to give it up, how can you come? There is no partition there. The earth and the sky all belong to you. No one can touch you there. No one can harm you. That is called the undivided kingdom. Here, there are innumerable kingdoms. The Father explains, I teach you children this Raj Yoga every 5,000 years. The Sri Krishna soul is now studying this knowledge. Sri Krishna is Brahma Baba. So Brahma Baba is the same soul who's Sri Krishna. So the Sri Krishna soul is now also studying this. Brahma is also studying. Sri Krishna was the #1 prince. He has now become Brahma at this time at the end of his 84 births. It's been explained to you children how the world cycle turns. The Father is once again establishing heaven. All the innumerable religions definitely have to be destroyed. They were the source of spreading all the lies about God. There will then be establishment of the one religion. When Bharat was 100% solvent, it was elevated in its religion. The actions of the deities were also elevated. Their praise is sung, full of all virtues. They were pure at first and have now become impure. The Father comes and once again makes both men and women pure. No one knows why the festival of Raksha Bandhan is celebrated so much. Father came and took a promise from you that you would both remain pure in this last birth. Yeah, from couples. The religion of the sannyasis is completely separate. This knowledge, devotion, and disinterest are for you. You must have seen how Christian priests walk with their eyes looking in one direction. They don't look at anything or anyone else. There are also nuns. They remember only Christ. It is said that Christ was the Son of God. Your souls, you have no connection with white clothes. As souls, you have no connection with white clothes. As Brahmins, you wear white clothes. You belong to none but one. You just have to remember the one. You are true nuns. You are to receive the inheritance from that Baba. It's only by remembering him that your sins will be absolved. This is why the Father's order is constantly remember me alone. Because of not having faith that they are souls, therefore, funny statement, that's why nuns remember Christ. They don't know who God is, so they have to remember a human being. Even the people of Bard who come first don't know who God is, don't know anything. Lakshmi Narayan neither have this knowledge of the world, nor are they Trikaldarshi, seer of the three aspects of time. You Brahmins become Trikaldarshi. The Father changes you from shells into diamonds. You are now in God's lap. This last birth of yours is so invaluable. You are doing the spiritual service of Bard in particular, and the world in general. Those people are physical social workers, whereas you are spiritual ones. It is the Supreme Spirit who is teaching you. Tell every soul to remember the Father. Only the Father is remembered as the purifier. It takes you 84 births to come down to total impurity, then takes you 1 second to climb up again. This is your final birth in this land of death. Well, he says it's 1 second, but it's one entire lifetime, right? Because you haven't climbed back up again until you get to self-realization, and realization takes 1 second, but your Brahman life could take many years. There's defeat for the land of death and victory for the land of immortality. This is also called the story of immortality. I mean, all that effort you're making, it's for each of you, it's whatever effort you can make. But think about it, all that effort is just for you to reach 1 second of realization. Until then, that's why he says, I can't, remember the other day, he said, I can't accept your offering, right? Because you're not pure. You haven't realized you're pure. So you can't offer me impure things. You can only offer me pure things. To God, you can only offer that which is pure. This is also called the story of immortality. The eternal Father comes and takes you immortal souls into the age of immortality by telling you the
Story
of immortality. Father says, okay, if you forget everything else, simply have the faith that you are souls and remember me, your Father. Connect your intellects in yoga to me, and your sins will be burnt, and you will become pure, charitable souls. You will then change from humans into deities. This is not a new thing. The Father has come after 5,000 years and is giving you your inheritance once again. Ravan then curses you. This is a play. This story is only about Bharat. Only the Father explains these things. It is not this story. Sorry, it is not mentioned in any of the Vedas or the scriptures, etc. This is why God the Father is called the knowledgeful one, the peaceful and blissful one. He also makes you similar to himself. You too were worthy of worship, and you then became worshippers. Then from being worshippers, you became worthy of worship. This does not apply to God. It refers to you people of Bharat. At first, you only worshiped Shiva. You performed unadulterated devotion. So adulterated devotion means when you worship physical images like gods and goddesses and human beings, animals, etc., right? That's adulterated worship. But unadulterated is when you worship God in his original form, which is a point of light, but because they can't worship a point of light, they made him into a Shivlingam. Then you started worshiping the deities, and that's adulterated worship, and you continued to come down. You are now once again becoming deities. Those who study a little will become part of the subjects. Those who study very well also teach others, and they will become part of the royal family. Many subjects are created. An emperor would have hundreds of thousands or millions of subjects. You are making effort exactly as you did in the previous cycle. It can be seen from each one's effort who will become part of the rosary. Your effort is how we know. Your effort is how you'll find us. Your effort is how Baba knows, and therefore gives you the number at the end. So effort is the key. Of the subjects too, some will become wealthy subjects, some become poor subjects, again, because of effort. On the path of devotion, people donate in the name of God. Why? God doesn't have anything. So you can see if you have lazy, careless sanskars, how much that lack of effort is costing you. Everything is based on your effort. And if you're lazy and you make way less effort than everybody else, obviously you got to get a very low number. On the path of devotion, people donate in the name of God. Why? Doesn't God have anything? Or they say they are offering everything to Sri Krishna. In fact, everything is offered to God. Whatever they do, they receive the fruit of that offering in their next birth. They receive it for one birth. The Father says, whatever you offer, I have now come to give you your inheritance for 21 births, right? So in religion, you get one birth, one return for one birth. In Raj Yoga, you get a return for 21 births. Whatever you do directly in my name, you receive the reward of that for 21 births. So obviously, if you dedicate, you surrender your whole life, then you get the return of that for 21 births. When you do it, when you donate indirectly, you only receive temporary happiness for one birth. So if you donate indirectly means to a prophet, to a human, to a statue, right? To an institution, a religion, it's only for one birth. But if you give directly to God, incorporeal God, that isn't temporary anymore, that's eternal. So it's for 21 births. The Father explains, everything of yours is going to turn to dust. Therefore, use everything you have in a worthwhile way. Continue to open a spiritual university come hospital where everyone will become ever healthy and ever wealthy. A lot of income is earned through this. You receive health through yoga and wealth by knowing the cycle. So churning, deeply meditating on, realizing the Swadarshana chakra, the cycle lesson, you receive wealth in all your births. You receive health in all your births based on the amount of yoga you have. Therefore, continue to open such university come hospitals in every home. Where there are many important people, open a big center where many others can come. Write on your boards, your signboards, just as those who perform nature cures do. They have a sign out there, say natural path, with their name. The Father changes the nature of everyone and makes it pure. So he's giving a cure for everybody's corrupted nature. At this time, all are impure. It is the Father who makes the whole world ever healthy and ever wealthy. And he is now teaching you, children. You are the most sweet children. Acha. I wish my teachers had talked to me like that when I was in school. Probably wouldn't have been such a discipline problem. Acha. Mite sikiledi bachuprati mat pita. Bab Dadaka Yan Pyar, good morning. Ruhani Bab Ki, Ruhani Bachoko, Namaste. Or
Rohani.
Rohani bachcho ki, rohani baap ko namaste.
essence for Dharna. Number one, engage yourself in doing spiritual service during this invaluable life of yours, because you can earn multi-millions. Serve Bharat in particular and the world in general. Number two, in order to use everything you have in a worthwhile way, what should you do?
Use it for God's service.
Offer it directly to God, not indirectly, like in religion. Offer it directly to God. So truly, you can only give to God directly in Raja Yoga, because God doesn't come in all the other religions directly. Open a spiritual hospital come university. Blessing. May you become free from all attractions, and with your constant and stable stage, experience, what did he say? Be free of all attractions, and with your constant and stable stage, experience supersensuous joy. When you become free from any attractions of the senses and of all your relations, you will then be able to experience supersensuous joy. When you're influenced by any one of your senses, the different things that attract you create obstacles in your experience of supersensuous joy and in your experience of being happy. Body consciousness is an obstacle to happiness. However, when your intellect becomes free from all attractions and stabilized on one thing, ekanstiti, one thing, concentration on only one, all upheaval finishes in your mind. Then by having a constant stable state, you experience supersensuous joy. So then when your obstacles come to you, because you have karmas, your mind is absolutely focused and stable. You don't experience upheaval because you're detached. Slogan, keep the line of your intellect constantly clear and you will be able to know the feelings of others. Keep your intellect clear, not distracted, pulled into, influenced, impressed by, attached to. Keep it constantly clear and you'll be able to know the feelings of others. You can feel, you become more sensitive, aware. Avyat signal, unshakable, immovable, constant stage. To remain unshakable in the midst of any type of upheaval is a sign of an elevated Brahman. How do you recognize a Brahman, a true Brahman? They're rock solid, stable. They don't shake, they don't panic, they don't get scared, they don't get upset. The world may be in upheaval, but you elevated souls cannot fluctuate. Why? Because you know every scene of the drama. Bubba's told you all the main scenes. He's told you about destruction. You already know. So prepare your mind. That's all. Live as if destruction's coming. Knowledgeful and powerful souls remain constantly and naturally unshakable. Knowledgeful and powerful souls remain constantly and naturally unshakable. So you must never become afraid of the atmosphere and remain constantly fearless. Acha, okay, Om Shanti.